Okay, the site here is completed technically. We're now working with the client to get their content added, but I thought it'd be worth showing this to you because we put a lot of work into, first of all, the visual design, but also in the status keeping or the status tracking, progress tracking. So I'm going to log in here. And this site has two ways to navigate. On the home page, you can come up and see introduction, foundations, prospecting. So you see you can go down the page, or you can use the menus going across. For each of these, there's kind of a sampler here, so you can play a trailer. And you'll see that my guy in Bangladesh gets his local videos for the trailers. So each of these has its own kind of commercial so that people can sample what's going to be covered in each of the different lessons. And then each of these also has a status track. You see here we're saying 25%, but we've also got the icon here tracking that as well. So I'm going to go to the introduction. The introduction has a navigation of the lessons. So these are the these are the lessons, these are the modules. So you can see here that you can go here and navigate, and you see this one we know is 25% complete because there's 4 lessons and we've completed one of them. So this lesson is ready to be reviewed. This one we're going to start. So if I go to review, this just happens to have this mark complete, which is what sets it to complete or not. Each of these lessons, they're very consistent in the way they do their lessons. They have a video, they have an explanation for the video, they have an area for discussion. So for this we're using Facebook comments. They have a workbook, and these are just sample questions, and then they have a resources section. So each of their lessons follow the exact same format. So here we have the same sort of format. There is no workbook or resources because we've got to add the content in. But you can see that if I say it's complete, and I'll kind of go all the way down here and make it complete. So this means that we're now 100% complete. So you see the circle's now full. If I go back to the first screen, this one has a check mark, meaning that we're done, and the next place to start is over here. We also got a number of other things. There's like I like to call it the, a highlight here. Start your tour. So you get a video here. You can also, actually this one just kind of highlights how to use the site. So it just kind of covers how to, figure out how to work the site. We also have there's your tour. So we just did that one. We've also got a video so that we can record a video that is kind of like a welcome video or a help video, depending on how you like to use something like that. We end up having a calendar, different sort of features. So this is a pretty elaborate technical site with a lot of visuals. So you can kind of get an example of one of our projects. This one should be released in April by the time we get all the content from the client.